Hey guys, I know it has been a minute since we did one of these videos, but now we're back for it. So welcome back guys for another Old Republic history video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So this one is called The Time the Republic Tried a Genocide of the Sith. Now, I do remember like somewhere in the back of my head, like that little memory in the Sith history videos that basically the Republic did like come to, I think it was like Korriban, and just like pretty much wiped out the Sith, and some of the survivors just like fled like and refuged on somewhere else like Dromund Kaas. But if it's related to that video, then I'm pretty sure that's the topic that Geetsly is gonna like hit in this video. But anyways, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So including this video, I still have 6 more Old Republic history videos that I want to knock out. I know I've been holding off on this series for a while, but like I said, I really fell into like Warhammer 40k and also the online quizzes that I've been posting on my videos, and then I've been like focusing on the gameplay, so I do apologize about that. But I really want to knock out this series so that way I can finish. I can focus on the other ones. So without anything else, let's get into the video.
In our last video on the history of the Republic, we discussed the 100-Year Darkness, the Great War that led to the rise of the First Sith Empire. At last, we've gotten to talking about the long saga of wars between the Republic and the Sith, the most well-known chapter of Old Republic history. But when we last left off, these two civilizations were still separate from each other, with the Republic ignorant of the Sith and the Sith still hiding from the Republic. How did first contact between them occur then? In this video, we're going to be answering that question as we discuss the Great Hyperspace War and the Republic's subsequent assault on the Sith Empire.
Alright. Oh, by the way, I also like how he mentions, like, before he gets into the video, like, what he's gonna address.
When we last left off, the 100-Year Darkness had just ended in 6900 BBY, and 12 exiled Dark Jedi had landed on Korriban and become the first Lords of the Sith. They claimed Ziost, the icy adopted homeworld of the Sith species, as their capital, and founded the First Sith Empire. Beyond the fringe of known space, they and their successors amassed armies and plotted revenge on the Republic. But the Republic wasn't really concerned with the Sith. Indeed, it didn't even know they existed. It was more worried about the Mandalorians. We're betting that you were wondering when the Mandos would finally appear in our stories of the Republic's olden days. Truth be told, the predecessors of the Mandalorians, a species of grey reptilians called the Tongs, had actually been roaming the galaxy since before the Republic was even formed. But they didn't become relevant to the galaxy until, in 7000 BBY, a Tong named Mandalore led his people to a new planet out beyond the northern fringe of the Republic. A jungle world that they claimed and named Mandalore after their leader. The Tong followers of Mandalore I, as he came to be known, were the first Mandalorians. In those early days, they defeated the fearsome Mandalorian giants, the Jakelians, the remote human colonies on Gargon and Concord Dawn, the Fenelar and the Tlon. As they went, they began to adapt alien technologies and strategies into their war-making, appropriating Fenelar ships, Jakelian blades, and even recovered Republic rocket packs. The Mandalorians also fought a few small wars on frontier colonies, including the Pathander Fury of 5451 BBY and the Nakat incursions of the 5130s BBY. This all but completely stymied the Republic's northward expansion, though as of 5,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, the Mandalorians' crusades had yet to result in anything serious. Additionally, while northward expansion was stalled by Mandalorian
raiders, so far it's been about the Mandalorians.
Expansion opened up for the Republic. In around 5500 BBY, 2 new hyperspace mega routes were blazed, the Rimmer Trade Route and the Corellian Trade Spine. Between them, new avenues for colonization sprung up, and the Republic once more began to prosper. In 5000 BBY, the Republic's newfound age of prosperity was crowned off by something entirely unexpected: the unification of the Koros system. The 7 worlds of the Koros system in the deep core were among humanity's first colonies, yet they had remained separate for 17,000 years. It was only with the ascension of Empress Teta in 5010 BBY that started to change. Teta launched what she called the Reunification Wars, an attempt to bring the whole Koro system under her rule. The war lasted for 10 years, but with the help of Jedi
I remember her.
and Teta emerged victorious, ushering in newfound prosperity for the system. Not everyone in the Koro system felt the benefits of this prosperity, however. The young hyperspace scouts, Gav and Jory Daragon, for example, were almost out of both money and luck. They had lost their parents in the Battle of Kirek, the last clash of Teta's wars. They were in debt for repairs on their ship, the Starbreaker 12, and to make matters worse, their most recently discovered route, which passed over the red giant Primus Golud, was unstable. A local crime lord had lost a fortune to the red giant and wanted the Daragon twins dead over it. With their lives at risk, owning nothing but their ship and
you guys better run.
backs, Gav and Jory took to the stars once more. Charting their course at random, they ventured far out into the unknown. With their random jump, they found the most improbable route in the history of the galaxy, the Daragon Trail, a straight shot from Koros to Korriban. In doing so,
I remember this in the Sith History video. So this is how they contacted with each other.
State at the time. For over a century, the Empire had been ruled by the Dark Lord Marka Ragnos, who ushered in the golden age of the Sith. But shortly before the Daragon's foray into the unknown, Ragnos had died and he had left no clear successor. Moreover, in his last decades, the Sith Empire had become stagnant. Some of the Sith Lords, led by Ludo Kresh, were perfectly fine with this. Others, like Naga Sadow, dreamed of conquest. However, the dreams of this latter group were repeatedly frustrated by the Stygian Caldera, a shroud of nebulae and interstellar gases that cut Sith space off from the rest of the galaxy. They had no way to get beyond it, to find new targets to conquer, until the Daragons arrived. The Daragons' arrival came right in the middle of a battle between Ludo Kresh and Naga Sadow, Ragnos' prospective successors. They called off their duel as soon as the two scouts stepped out of their ship, ordering their Massassi warriors to seize them. The Daragons were taken to Ziost, where a fiery debate began between the Sith Lords. Ludo Kresh believed that the new arrivals should be immediately executed, fearing they were the precursor to a Republic strike force. But Naga Sadow instead argued that they should be released and allowed to lead the Sith back to the Republic. Where Kresh saw the Republic as a potential threat, Sadow saw it as a target ripe for conquest. Sadow eventually won the other Sith Lords over, becoming Dark Lord of the Sith over Kresh's objections. He consolidated his power by seemingly wiping out Kresh and his forces in a battle over Kar Delba, during which
Civil War.
Jory Daragon to escape in the Starbreaker 12. But this was a trick. He had planted a tracking device on the ship, hoping Jory would lead him to the Republic. Naturally, she did exactly that, fleeing back to Koros Major to warn Empress Teta of the coming invasion. Teta and Odan her Jedi advisor, heeded these warnings, but the Senate on Coruscant didn't, and so the Republic was unprepared when the invasion came. Just as Jory had predicted, a vast armada of Sith warships tore down the Daragon Trail and launched a colossal assault against the worlds of the Koro system, the start of the Great Hyperspace War. And that wasn't all. This invasion fleet was being led by none other than Gav Daragon. As he had mustered his forces back on Kar Shian, Naga Sadow had continued to introduce Gav to the ways of the Sith, manipulating him and blaming his family's woes on the failures of the Republic. Detecting that the young man was Force-sensitive, Sadow planned to make him an apprentice and tasked him with leading the invasion of his own homeworld. At first, the Sith assault on the Koro system was a massive success. Gav's ships easily dispatched Empress Teta's battle-weary fleet, and hordes of Massassi warriors were making good progress on all 7 worlds. Content that Koros was secure, Naga Sadow then ordered his fleets to begin assaults on the rest of the Republic as well. Sith warships stormed down the Koros trunk line, attacking Caecilius and the shipyards of Phorost before arriving in the skies above Coruscant itself. From there, Sith fleets also attacked Metalos, Ixtlar, Basilic, and Shorkin, but the Sith's biggest assault force was reserved for the galactic capital itself. Led by Sith Lord Shah Dukkan, a massive fleet crowded the skies of Coruscant.
There's always dropships or drop pods in every universe.
Galactic city. Coruscant's unprepared defenders were swept away, unable to contend with the sheer size of the Sith army, and soon the Jedi were fending off Massassi on the steps of the Senate building itself. But just as quickly as it had started, the Sith invasion began to fall apart. On Koros Major, Gav Daragon was confronted by Jory, who showed him the damage he had done to their home. Remorseful and full of doubt, Gav fled back to his master, who was camped out in a meditation sphere above Primus Golud. Gav fired on the meditation sphere, breaking Sadow's focus. In the process, he revealed a crucial weakness of the Sith Armada. Most of it didn't exist. Sadow had been creating massive illusions on the systems the Sith had been attacking from his meditation sphere, making his armies appear far larger than they were. With his concentration broken, Sadow's illusions vanished, and the tide of war began to turn. The Republic Navy counterattacked from Anaxis, driving the Sith from Coruscant, the Koros system, and the other core worlds. The Sith fleet regrouped at Primus Golud, but the Republic followed them there, led by Empress Teta, Odin and Jory Daragon.
Oh, time to retaliate.
Keen to admit defeat, however. Sadow lured Gav Daragon to his meditation ship and then trapped him there, returning to his flagship, the Corsair. Aboard the Corsair, Sadow activated a super weapon that caused Primus Golud to become extremely unstable, hoping to cover the retreat of his forces with a supernova. But Gav warned the Republic about what Sadow was planning, and also informed them that the Sith Empire was unprotected without Sadow's armies. Armed with this knowledge, Teta and her fleet followed the Sith back to their empire, even as Gav Daragon perished in the explosion of Primus Golud. Sadow and the remnants of his forces limped back to Korriban, where they found Ludo Kresh and a hostile fleet waiting for them.
Of
Sadow's
course.
rival had survived the trap that had been set for him and had usurped control of the Sith Empire and its remaining fleets. A battle erupted between the two Dark Lords, destroying the rest of the Sith Empire's strength. Sadow was ultimately the victor, killing Kresh for real this time, but the battle was scarcely over when Empress Teta and the Republic Navy arrived and opened fire on the remaining Sith ships. Sadow was forced to flee as the rest of his fleet was annihilated by Teta's forces, ending the Great Hyperspace War in a decisive Republic victory. Following the war, Supreme Chancellor Poltimo sent the Republic Navy back into Sith space, accompanied by the Jedi, both ordered to finish off the Sith Empire. Under the guidance of the Jedi, the Republic tried to destroy only the Sith leadership, but they soon found out that the entire populations of captured worlds killed themselves once their leaders were eliminated. Between the assaults and Sith suicides, Sith space was entirely devoid of life in just a year's time. That wasn't the last the galaxy saw of the Sith, however. Survivors regrouped on the remote worlds Thul, Vjun, and Tund. A sizable part of the Empire's population regrouped under the Sith Lord Darth Vitiate and fled to the Galactic Rim. Naga Sadow, meanwhile, led his ship of Massassi warriors to Yavin 4, a remote jungle moon. There, they began the work of building a new empire in exile, constructing massive temples to hide their terrible weapons. The Republic wouldn't learn of their little redoubt for another 1,000 years. But that's a story for next week, when we release the next episode in our series.
Okay, so that was the time the Republic tried to genocide of the Sith. So basically, now like some of these like Republic history videos correlate with the Sith history videos. For me, this is kind of like a review, and also seeing it from the other point of view. But basically, the details are the same. The Republic encountering the Sith was an accident, just a random hyperspace jump, and which led to a war. And also, the Republic retaliated, and the Sith scattered all over, and especially the well-known place is Yavin 4, because you guys see it a lot in Episode 4, The New Hope. So right now it's just like a review for me, but maybe a lot of it was new to you. And if you guys want to check out more, check out my other Sith history reaction videos that I have on my channel as well. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is another Old Republic history video. I really did enjoy watching it as always. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this video through. I really do appreciate it, as well as thank you so much for your continued support. And also hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And also check out my other videos I have on my channel. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night wherever you guys are. And I'll see you guys next time.